Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. No long intro today because this is going to be a long story. I just want to say two things. One, if you haven't seen this video, go and watch it. I will link it below because that's going to make this video make a little bit more sense. Second thing, I'm really sorry about the glare on my glasses. I've tried everything to fix that. I've been working on it for 2 hours. It is what it is. I cannot see the screen without my glasses, and it's been frustrating me so much I've been thinking about quitting YouTube. But I want to get this video out, mostly for myself and also because I said I would. Some of you may know from my socials or my quarantine video that my family had COVID, and I kind of wanted to share my really atypical experience. And before I get into this video, please don't take my experience to mean that coronavirus is not serious. It is very serious. Thousands and thousands of people are dying every single day. So please do not take this video for what it's not. Starting from the very beginning, and for some context, today is February 21st. So February 2nd, I woke up and my mom told me that my stepmom's coworker had tested positive for COVID. And I was panicking, freaking out, because my little sister goes back and forth from my house to our dad's house. And so even though at that point in time she was at my dad's house where my stepmom's coworker had tested positive, I wasn't sure if we could have already been exposed or not. So my mom said that she should not come back here until my stepmom gets tested and tests negative. So she got tested and she tested negative, and I was saying that I thought that they should quarantine anyway, even though she tested negative, because it was pretty soon after exposure, and that my little sister should just stay over there for 2 weeks. But she didn't want to stay over there for 2 weeks, so she just came back as soon as my stepmom tested negative. So that was that. My little sister came over on Wednesday and everything was normal. We just went about our normal business until Saturday, February 6th. So that morning, before my mom went to work, she dropped my little sister off at my grandparents' house to hang out with them and my cousin. Not long after she got there, like 2 hours or less after she got to my grandparents' house, my dad called her, and my little sister said that as soon as he started asking, how are you feeling? Are you feeling sick? She knew exactly what he was going to say. And what he said was he tested positive for coronavirus. So my dad also talked to my granddad to tell him that he had COVID because he was worried that my little sister Hyacinth would go over there to my grandparents' house. And my granddad was just kind of like, she's already here. My little sister then calls my mom and she's freaking out. My dad just called, said he has COVID. What do I do? And of course then my mom was freaking out because she's at work, working. So she's trying to figure out everything there. Eventually she's able to go get my little sister from my grandparents' house because we didn't want her to be over there for any longer and possibly exposing them, because at that point she had just come from my dad's house, so we were pretty sure she was having COVID. So my mom went and picked her up, and of course my grandparents had to quarantine. They had to notify my cousin's school, and she had to stay out of school for 2 weeks. And then we were stuck figuring out logistical issues. So because at this point is February 6th, it is very close to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is the very busiest day at the flower shop. We have so many orders. We already had so many orders. People like to order in advance. And the worst part was we had already ordered a bunch of flowers from our flower suppliers, so they were set to bring the flowers to us, and we weren't sure if they could cancel the orders and refund them. And if they couldn't, not only would we have a bunch of flowers that we can't use because we had to close down, but also we would be short hundreds of dollars, and we don't have hundreds of dollars to lose right now. And when I say a bunch of flowers, I mean a bunch of flowers, like all the Valentine's Day flowers. That's like thousands of flowers. And they're expensive. I mean, we make the money back when we sell them, but they're expensive. So that was difficult. That was very scary. Luckily, the flower suppliers were very understanding and nice, and they were able to cancel the order, so we did not get the flowers and we did not need to pay for them. So that was a very big relief. My mom had to call every single customer that had ordered flowers from us for Valentine's Day, and before that took 2 days. She had to call every single person, talk to everyone, and say, we have to close. You know, we've had a COVID exposure here. And luckily, they were very understanding too. They were like, that sucks. So then Sunday, the next day, Hyacinth goes and gets tested, and her insurance covered the rapid test, so she was able to get the rapid test, and she found out she tests positive. So everyone that has been in and out of the flower shop has been exposed. So my mom's coworker, the delivery drivers, possibly the flower suppliers, and then obviously my grandparents and my cousins. So that really sucked. So that kind of puts into perspective why we had to shut down. A lot of people were asking, why can't we still remain open and just do deliveries or something? And it's like, we can't do that because that's so many people we are exposing. The flower suppliers, the delivery drivers, you know, I don't know how much COVID can travel on like vases and flowers and stuff, but we're potentially exposing customers as well. So no, we had to close. Moving on from that, I'm not going to talk about any symptoms really because I talked about that in my other video, but some things that I don't think I mentioned in that video. So my stepmom, she wasn't feeling sick. She tested negative for COVID twice, but I think the second or third test, when they sent it to the lab for longer, it came back positive. So she had COVID but was asymptomatic. My mom got tested for COVID twice, and both times it came back negative. And I did not get tested. I really did not want to go through that. So I was just kind of following what my mom's test said because we had pretty much no symptoms, the both of us. We just both assumed that we were asymptomatic carriers. So neither of us felt sick. There was one day that I was kind of feeling a little bit sick, but for the most part, we were normal. We were fine. And if you know me, you may know I have an older sister, and you might be wondering, why haven't I mentioned her in either of these videos? And the reason for that is, during this time, she was in her dorm apartment in college, and she usually comes back at least every other weekend to do laundry and just hang out and visit. We did not go get her those 2 weeks because we didn't want her to come and be exposed to it. So she was over in her dorm, in her apartment, all by herself. She was pretty sad. I felt really bad. We all felt really bad for her. We were able to drive out there and drop some things off to her, but we weren't really making any contact because we did not want her to get COVID. And during this time, my grandma texted me and she said that my granddad might have it, that he was starting to feel really sick and he was sleeping a lot. But luckily that only lasted like 2 days and he was fine. It's kind of my similar experience. So again, just because we were okay does not mean COVID is not serious. It needs to be taken seriously because honestly, I don't think that it's very common to have such mild symptoms. Even the family members that did have symptoms, they were pretty mild. So overall, the whole 2-week quarantine thing really sucked. My mom's birthday was Valentine's Day, and we couldn't do anything. We missed Chinese New Year. We wanted to go to the market and make some Chinese food, but we couldn't do that. We weren't leaving the house, and that was really sad. And my older sister missed it, which she was really sad about. And of course, Valentine's Day, my mom couldn't work, so we couldn't make any money. So how we got COVID originally, there's really no way to know for sure. It could have came from my stepmom's coworker, but she did test negative before my dad tested positive. She could have been an asymptomatic carrier. I don't know. My dad could have gotten it from anywhere. He could have gotten it from work. He could have gotten it from the grocery store. No one knows. So really, if you're wondering how we got it, I don't know. But I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who's reached out. It was very nice, very thoughtful. It really made a difference, and so I really appreciate it. I had a family friend come and bring some desserts for my mom's birthday, which was very nice. Those all got eaten quickly. And also my aunt sent some really cool stuff. She sent a really nice care package. Again, thank you so much. That is so kind. And also my aunt, a different aunt, sent my mom dinner from Cottage Inn for her birthday, which is really nice. And my uncle sent us a Grubhub gift card, which was also really nice. So thank you guys very much if you're watching this. But that about sums it up. It has now been 2 weeks since this whole thing has started. My mom's going back to work tomorrow, so pray for us. I'm going to visit my grandparents sometime this week finally, so I'm assuming that I am no longer contagious. I've been holding my guinea pigs again, which has been very nice. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting this channel. I would love it if you would subscribe, like, leave a comment. Please stay safe, wear your mask, get the vaccine if you can, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.